Hi there. It's been a while, I know. Sorry. Got gesso all over me. Just been starting to play, so I thought I'd throw the camera on. I had a couple little mishaps with my art supplies, I'm in the middle of kind of halfway moving, halfway not moving my household. So yeah, something fell through. So a lot of my art supplies are in storage. So it's kind of a challenge. I've had to purchase some things and trying not to duplicate other things that I have in storage for when that time comes. So it's kind of been fun too. So I'm back to crafting. I have some journals that are in the works I'm very excited about. I'm still waiting for a few little pieces to come in, but let me show you what I got going. I'm just using, like, this is a paper towel, the middle tube. There you go, tube. And I am going to just do some collaging on this. I do different layers. I stack layers, so this would just be the first layer that I'm doing today. And this came as packaging, and I'll probably cut it down or get two larger, thicker tags from it. And I thought it would be fun after things dry, my underlayers and all of that, to use some of my new pastels on it. I have pastels back in storage, a few hours away, but I purchased some handmade ones, and I'm really excited about it. And I love working with chalk pastels, soft pastels. These are a little softer than what I'm used to. There's the hard sticks, there's handmade, hand-rolled. These are handmade, which I love, and I don't need them to be this is kind of middle grade. I don't need them to be high-end and spend oodles of money. They can get very expensive. I'm not doing landscapes or pictures and stuff like that. I have done some pictures like flowers and different things like that. But for my purposes, for the journals, will be probably just laying down color, and they're highly pigmented. Oh, aren't those fun? I absolutely love them. I will be doing some work in my art journals, and I do have my art journals are somewhere hours away in storage, yes. But I did purchase these books because I can never have enough of these. I love them. Let me open it up. So just playing today. So there's a bigger size, and this one is the 7x10. And what I like about this is, obviously I'm going to take this piece off, or I may just build upon it, which I thought might be kind of cool, or make a pocket out of it. I don't know yet. I haven't done the cover, obviously. But what I like about these pages, they're not only perforated here. I don't know if you can see that edge right there. Kind of getting a little shadow on my end. But you can also take out the pages, which is super nice. And then you take out your page, you work on it, and you can put it back in. Isn't that awesome? Now, I know Joggles in different places have their own versions of these, but this was fairly reasonable in price. And I thought for playing purposes, it's going to go good. And again, I'm going to do my layers. I'll do some other techniques. So if there's smaller versions of this that I do have, but these are the two that I will probably be working on in the future. So if somebody else wants to grab one of these, we can play with them at the same time. So that's coming up. Of course, the journals. I also received today some of my pan pastels. And some people say pastels, some people say pastels. So pastels I've heard quite often. So whatever, I guess it just depends on where you're from, how you're going to pronounce certain things. But I just got some colors that I really, really like. And I order from Blick Art Supplies, Art Materials, Dick Blick. I've been purchasing from them for a very long time. Not to say I haven't purchased from Joggles and, a few other ones, Jerry's Artorama. But look at these. These are pan pastels, which I have a lot of little sponges and stuff, applicators to use. And they're just, that's going to be fun. This is new for me. I only usually use the sticks, so I'm excited about that. That'll be fun, just to get some color down. Working with more colors lately, not in my journal yet, but I will be. And I got some beautiful fabrics too to work with, fun stuff. And I did get the pan pastels in the same box. Now, this is the first time it's ever happened to me. Same box with my super heavy gesso, Liquitex. Some people have asked me because, gessos are not all built the same. And depending on what you need it for, this I love because it stays really super white for me and it's nice and thick. I love working with it. It's my favorite, but it's not to say that I haven't bought cheaper gesso. I purchased some gesso at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, like in the actual, larger containers. I still have that. I mix that with some plaster of Paris. It makes it gritty, it makes it thick. I still use it because I want to use up what I have. But believe it or not, this is a brand new tub of this. Yes, my other tubs are in storage. So I had to purchase this, but look what happened. Look, see that crack? All the way. In the box was a super big mess, but guess what didn't get ruined? These, yeah, isn't that great? Anyway, they are so graciously sending me another one, and yeah, I salvaged some, put it in here with some other of my super heavy, so that's good. So that is, I'll show you the fabric later as we get going. I just wanted to come on, do a little craft and chat. Oh, I gotta show you these though. And I know many of you that purchase from Triple V Vintage. Her name's Veronica. Hey, Vern. And I just love her lace coffee dye papers. She, they're a really good bargain, I think, a really good deal. But look at the beauty. Okay, this one's my favorite. Look at the beauty of these. Just, yeah, there's not enough time in the day for me to try to do this. And I love supporting other artists and people who are on Etsy. Look at that. Goodness. So I'm going to try every time I come on to share with you another Etsy shop, some other people's products that I, am just ecstatic over. Okay, yeah, look at that. Oh, my word. Okay, so what else? Who else can I show you that I'll be working with today? Here is these French snippets, which I thought are really great for collage for me. I just love doing it. This is very, very thin paper, just to make it a little more authentic in my eyes anyway. But that is from, and I'm getting a shadow. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. Make it a little better if I can. That might help. That's Tailor Made Journals right there. That's an Etsy shop. If you're not familiar, she's got wonderful digitals. Let's see, a lot of my older stuff here, my old pages. Let's move that. I've got some cotton rag, which is that very, very thick, very, fibrous. It's just lovely paper to work with. This is from Sacred Mementos. And I am on there with Miss Patty Lang, usually on Thursdays, and I don't know for how long, it's just whenever she needs me. So I love being a part of that, and she sells many true authentic ephemera and books and ledgers and all kinds of fun things, mixed media products. So be sure to check her out. She's on YouTube, Sacred Mementos. Actually, in my list, if you go on my page, my YouTube page, I do have I don't know if very many people see it, but there is a column of favorite YouTube channels, and I list, I've probably missed people, so forgive me if you're not on there. I probably missed you, but I have a whole, they're little icons of all of my favorite channels, and you can scroll through and just check some of those people out. Okay, so yeah, today's just a little chat thing. I'm just so really glad and grateful to be back. Now I do have, you can use gesso, obviously, for just not just on top like I do, because everybody, I know a lot of people who watch my channel know that I love, love, love gesso. That is probably one of my favorite layers, I should say, to put on. And yeah, I love it. So that we're going to be using that. But here's Mod Podge. I do have some, where is it? I do have some matte medium. Now this is super heavy gel. This is going to be a lot thicker. It's probably not opened yet. Nope. A lot thicker than your average matte medium. But it's good for some of the thicker things. See how nice and thick that is? Yeah, so, but, you know, for me, for what I'm going to be doing today, I really don't need, let's not waste that. I really don't need to be using, you know, it can get pricey, you know. But if you're doing something that you're going to frame or you're going to use in a journal or not put a top coat on, I should say, then definitely you could get away with using, you know, whatever your favorite glue is. So I do have Mod Podge, and it is Mod, M-O-D, for all of those who you know, tell other people that they mispronounce it. But I have it in matte. I don't, you know, I really don't use a lot of it, so I have quite a bit left. Also, my go-to is our glitter glue. I don't have any glue sticks on me. I don't particularly like glue sticks for what I do because I don't want it lifting for anybody that might be purchasing my journal, and it bothers me that might happen. I could use a glue stick if I'm, you know, putting on an extra top coat and stuff like that. That, you know, it might work, but I've had things lift, and it doesn't matter what brand. I've used Scotch Create glue sticks. I've used Yoo-Hoo. I've used a lot of things. Now, the Yoo-Hoo purple is probably a little bit better, but I just don't deal with it. I don't know. That's just me. So I'm just going to start layering. Now, as many of you know, I have a little thing. I don't glue the edges, and it really makes sense later because I like lots of lifting. I go right over the edge and maybe ripping a lot of these pieces off and tearing them and just making it super grungy, super fun, just kind of looking like it's deconstructed. Oh, look, I had two. That makes no difference to me. I like to overlap. Again, not doing the edges, and I just bought some cheap razor blades from the dollar store, just a little, you know, those Bic cheapy razors that people use for shaving and stuff, because I'm going to try something a little bit different. Sometimes I overlap them, sometimes I don't. And this was just a sample piece that I received from Triple V Vintage with my order, so I like using those kind of things. You know, when you have to be a little bit more creative about what your supplies are, it really, you know, really makes you get even more creative with what you're doing. But this helps me. Some people like fussy cutting, and some of you that have been on Patty's Lives know that I do not. I am not one of those people. But this kind of cutting, yeah, I can handle this. So I've chosen ones that have, you know, a foreign language. I believe this is, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess, but anyway, I liked these, and I like using all kinds of different fonts and size fonts and different things like that when I collage. And even though a lot of times when I use my gesso, I cover up a lot of this stuff. And again, I like hanging it off and then clipping off the excess. Even though I do cover it with gesso and sometimes even, you know, more product and stuff, I don't care. I like that maybe just a little bit of this is gonna end up showing through, and I'm good with that. Anyway, I just hope everybody's doing well. And let me know in the comments what you're currently working on. I am going to start doing a few lives, probably during the day. So if there's a time that you think is really good, you know, for you to come in and join me on a live and just hang out and do more, just not collage, but other things too. We can work on an art journal. I've got lots of ideas I do have a cover. I'm not going to show you because it's away from me right now, but it is pretty wild. But I'm going to make, I'm going to do some art pages. So this is the bottom layer. I let it dry. Sometimes I'll tear pieces of it off once it starts drying more. And, you know, like not only like this, but I'm going to take the razor. Let's see if I can find it now. I'll have to get that ready. I'm going to take the razor and just check and see if I'm going to be able to shave this stuff that I want to shave. And, you know, a sanding block does well too. But that's really all I'm doing today, just hanging out and doing this stuff, getting my mind focused on this current journal. It's going to be in my same style, you know, lots of original ephemera, and you know, I'm just gonna make it fun. I'm just gonna do me. And that's the thing, right? You got to get out of your own way, get out of your head. You know, I do get inspired by others, you know, their journals and stuff. But when I start making a journal, I usually just watch maybe something completely opposite from what I'm doing. I really want to, you know, I'd rather focus on something, you know, mixed media maybe, or something completely different. I think it's fun. It can still be inspiring to me from what I'm doing, and just give me that, you know, that little inspiration, I guess you would say. So that is it, and I'm gonna cut this short now. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And what I'll do is I'll decorate this, put the bottom layer on, rip, tear, and distress it all. I'm gonna use bits and pieces of lace. I'm gonna use lots of inks, and I'll come back and I'm gonna do the whole art page of this technique, just in different steps I can show you. And I just hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.